Hi, my name is Bart Slawson, and a lot of people are curious about the solar power system I have on my house here in Eastlake. Well, I started back in 2001 and put up a solar power system. It was pretty simple, but during Hurricane Ivan, it wiped it out. I got my house wrecked, so I built a new system. This particular system is 3,200 watts. We've got the solar panels up on the roof, as you've seen. The direct current comes in from the solar panels. It comes down into a combination battery charge controller, those are the batteries, and a solar power panel controller. It makes sure all the optimum voltages are running the way it wants to. It's a very sophisticated item, and it's really worked very well. Then it runs through a DC panel that has very large circuit breakers here for the batteries. It has a ground fault interrupter, which is a safety device. It trips before anybody can get shocked, so it's a very safe system. Then the DC power runs through these two Outback Power System inverters. They're 3,600 watts apiece, and they trade off back and forth because that keeps them from overheating. It goes into the alternating current box right here where it's switched, and then it makes the power suitable to go into the house. The power comes in from the system here. It's AC power, like house power, and it runs into a conventional circuit breaker box right here. Everything's the same as a circuit breaker box in your house, except here I have power running into the box right here in these two 50 amp circuit breakers. If the power goes off in the house, you're still running because you have power from the batteries, and you also have power from the solar panels producing power for the house. So this kind of simulates if there's a storm, it knocks down the wire and there's no power. So I always have power in my house. I'm very lucky that way. Turn that back on. But that's how it works in a nutshell. When the power goes off, my house is powered through an emergency panel, which has kitchen plugs, the furnace. It can produce a small amount of heat. Generally, when we have problems with outages, they're from hurricanes or bad storms, wind and hail. So you don't freeze to death if there's a power outage in Alabama, that's for sure. But I can produce a certain amount of heat if I need to. We also have the television, we have water heater, we got basement lights, we got kitchen plugs, we can cook to a certain extent, and we can make coffee. That's the emergency panel. This is Albert Einstein. He taught me everything he knows. This particular part of the system's been in since 2005. Basically what happens is when my neighbors have a power bill of $300, when their power bills are really bad, the worst one I get here in my house, either in the winter when it's cold or in the summer when it's hot, is a $125 power bill. So that's how I can kind of tell that something good's happening about it. Over here I've got backup batteries that are made out of gel calcium lead, and they are very safe in the house because they're gel. They don't off-gas hydrogen like a car battery, for instance. So that's basically my system. I appreciate your time. If you got any questions, call me at 205-836-0000. Thanks a lot.